Why, hello. Welcome back. Yeah, it's another episode of What's in the Bag or Box. This week it's a box. So many of you know I go shopping at least once a week and stuff comes to my door. And I thought, yeah, I'll show you what's in the box. Today, being a box, today's a box. Now, I'm very thankful that the company I buy this stuff from packs the boxes really well because it sustained a bit of an accident on the way here. Anyway, this is the store we're buying from today. Thankfully, everything in the box was well packed, so nothing got injured on its journey to my house. Thank goodness. Yeah. Anyway, lots of this stuff. So, this week, some of you know I'm doing a bit of a challenge. So there's a challenge going on. It's called R3, the Fit for Fall. Basically, for 6 weeks in a row, I need to follow all the challenges, which includes a diet as well as some exercise, etc. I'm like the least likely person to ever do this challenge, but I'm like, okay, you know what? We'll give it a shot. So, week number 2 weeks at a time, right? First 2 weeks is reset, and then there's another 2 weeks, and then there's another 2 weeks. So basically, reset is you take out all the sugar. Okay, nobody told me that. But you take out all the sugar. You take out most of your carbs. So obvious things like bread, potatoes, stuff like that. Can't have any of that. And then there's some interesting things like corn. I understood because corn, being a vegetable, will metabolize the sugar. Totally get this. But carrots, I did not know that. Did y'all know that? Not being able to have carrots was a little weird for me, for vegetables. Like, I was down to just a few things. Anyway, among the other things that I noticed is that I was going through a lot of water, because you need to drink a lot of water, obviously, right? So one of the first things I did buy this time around is this collagen boost. I figure if I'm going to drink water anyway, why not throw some collagen in with it, right? So the collagen boost, it's not your own. Yeah, it's a proprietary blend. It helps you make your own collagen, is what this is. You're not swallowing somebody else's collagen. You're trying to make your own collagen again. And y'all, I'm not as young as I appear. I'm just kidding. I know I'm not. Yeah, no, I'm not. Oh my goodness, I probably could have done this a little better. Anyway, so yeah, never fails. Of course, somebody calls me while I'm trying to do this. Why not? Anyway, collagen boost, number one thing. There are a lot of servings in here. I want to say there's at least 30 servings in here. What I saw somebody else do with this was, because you're trying to drink as much water as possible anyway, and you might as well make it flavored water. Why wouldn't you make it a flavored water? I don't remember off the top of my head, but we're going to go with some kind of berry is what this tastes like. They were basically putting in as much ice as they could stand in a glass to make this, and then they were making this, and then they were sipping on it for the afternoon. I'm like, great idea, like this. So yeah, collagen boost. That was number one thing that I bought. The rest, some of the others here, so y'all know, I am like a fan of the Athena deodorant. This is Sweet Willow and Cream. If you have never smelled this, it is divine. And I don't get excited about deodorant. Who does? But this was worth the money. Now, this one I got for free because I had points that saved up from another order. So this cost me nothing. But each of these, this was a bargain buy two, right? So I bought two. Because I just don't think you can have enough deodorant laying around, to be honest. So I bought the two, and each of them are going to come in at around $6.50. Isn't that what you're buying it for now? I'm just saying, might as well get the stuff that smells nice, right? It also has a body lotion and a shower gel that comes with this. So yeah, pretty good stuff. Right. Okay. This is a repurchase. I love the Pacific Blend coffee. This duo is $25. Yeah, something like that. $25 for the 2 pounds of ground coffee. You can get whole bean if you want the whole bean. They come in other flavors. Lots of people like the vanilla. I'm just a straight up coffee girl. I like the Pacific Blend. I've also had the Colombian. Excellent coffee. So well worth the buy. You're going to buy coffee anyway. Why not get good stuff? You know how it's made. It's organically made. And there's no mold. Did you know that? There's a lot of mold in coffee. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, that's a repurchase that I purchase all the time. Hang on. While I fish for the other thing, because there was something else I put on this side. There it is. Okay. All right. So, something else that this company, so being as it's a wellness company, so there I bought the hair, skin, and nails. This is actual helping your collagen, right? So yeah, I thought, well, let's give this a shot because my nails are starting to like peel all the time. It drives me crazy. And then I also picked up myself some Replenex. Hi, do you have sore knees? Do you have knees that click all the time? Do you have knees that creak, grind, groan, sound like sandpaper, gravel is in them? Zing, zing, zing. Get yourself some of this. This is the Replenex, which helps, again, with your joint lubrication, your joints, and keep them moving. Because if you don't want to have the bionic knee replacement like I did, get some of these. So anyway, we're gonna give those a whirly gig. So I also, because of course it is, this challenge. So the first 2 weeks you can't have any sugar, but then you can start to replace things slowly and with, a definite, deliberate pattern to it, right? One of the things you learn very quickly is that you eat your meals, and you should be eating every 2 or 3 hours on this thing. So like, there's nobody going hungry here. But you should be eating every 2 or 3 hours. You should be eating protein at every opportunity you have to have protein. But you should also be eating your meals until you're no longer hungry. So you have to pay attention to when you're actually hungry. Like, that never even really registered to me until I started to do this and went, well, why am I making lunch? I'm not hungry. I wasn't hungry. So you know what? I had a bite or two of something and then walked away, because like, you have to eat something every 2 or 3 hours. And 2 or 3 hours later, I was hungry. I'm like, okay, well, now I'll make lunch. And it happened to be 3 in the afternoon. I guess that's when we're having lunch. Okay. But so there's all kinds of little tips, tricks like that you learn, which, yeah, once I got onto that, I'm like, wait a second. So I don't need to eat like right off the hop. Actually, you do, but so you know how you're told your whole life breakfast is the most important meal? No, it's not. It was never the most important meal. It was the most important meal to a cereal company that made you think it was the most important meal, but it had nothing to do with it. Your actual best self. However, do I think you should go to work with no food in your stomach? No, I don't. But what you do on this program is you start your day with protein, regardless. So within an hour of getting up, you need to have protein. So with my coffee there that I just bought, I have been putting in one of these protein shakes with a frother. Hello, that was delicious. And I'm going to drink the coffee anyway, so I might as well just put the protein shake in there, and then Bob's your uncle, I now have coffee and protein. Like, who doesn't like having 10 grams of protein in their coffee? Right? Anyway, not next week, week after, I get to start adding snacks back in. Check that out. Does that not look yummaroo? Right? So this one is the chocolate chip drizzle. It is a whole oat and flax snack bar. How many of your snack bars have flax in it? That are like, your average Quaker bar doesn't have flax in it. And it certainly doesn't have a beautiful chocolate bottom and chocolate drizzle. Oh my God, it just looks so good. This is 140 calories per bar. So here's my plan. Again, these are snack bars, right? So I thought, okay, what if you were to open one and cut it in half? You're still going to get the snack. You're still going to get the sweet. But you don't need to eat the whole thing. Again, eat until you're no longer hungry. I'm telling you, some of these things are crazy. That I can't believe I'm learning them. So anyway, this is, pardon me, I don't have glasses on, 140 calories. It's not super high in fat, not that I can really see that number, but it's a single digit. So I'm going to go with there's not a lot of fat in there. The total sugar is, again, single digit numbers, so it's not going to be super high. And if I'm cutting it in half, I'm really not getting a lot of worry there. And it does have protein in it. So again, I'm getting the sweet and a little hit of protein. So I'm super jazzed about that particular item. Oh yeah, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And then the other one, again, check that out. This one, I know they look really similar, but this is not the same. This is chocolate caramel coconut. Y'all, it is so good. And, having learned this little hard lesson of having only enough until you're no longer hungry and not full, because you're going to eat again in 2-3 hours. So why overfill, right? And it's just a good idea. Anyway, so these ones are 140 calories again. So if I'm eating half of it, it's 70 calories. And again, with I don't have my glasses here. It does pack some protein in there. It doesn't have super high sugar. It's a little higher than the other one. I can tell by that. It looks like a 9 to me. So I'm getting 4.5 grams of sugar in half a bar. It's not so bad. And y'all, if you know anything about me, I'm a caramel fiend. I adore caramel. Did I mention there's caramel? And it has coconut, which means my husband won't steal it. He doesn't like coconut. I bought him his own bars from the store. He's happy. Anyway, so yeah, I'm super looking forward to week 2 to get in on that because I've been waiting. So the only, I showed you my box at the very beginning that took some damage. Thanks, UPS. So thankfully, my company, the wellness company, packs things very tightly. The only thing that took a little damage, I don't know if you can tell, it got a little squishied. This is actually my, this is my mascara. It's fine. It's in a case to begin with, right? But yeah, this is the mascara. I was totally running out, so nice and black. Oh, the drama that goes on with this. Anyway, Anyway, so those are the products I got in the box. One last thing I want to show you is I picked up this cookbook. Because I was doing this challenge, I thought, I should probably get some help learning how to cook things. And the recipes in here could not be more simple. Like there's an entire smoothie section. Hi. There is, if I skip ahead here, and I'm reading upside down now, so no glasses, and I'm trying to read upside down. Oh, did I actually flip this open too? Yeah. All right. So marinated Peruvian chicken. Looks good, right? It's diet approved. Like, come on. There was this other one, this creamy Tuscan chicken that I thought was going to be really good. I was trying to find, oh. You know how it's Taco Tuesday? There's an entire section of Taco Tuesday ideas for you to make tacos. That's just page 1. There's like several pages of Taco Tuesday. Again, I got this from the wellness company. I got this. This book, it normally runs for $25. I happen to have a coupon. I'm like, yum. Right? That is grilled chicken street taco. Hi. And then this one is grilled tilapia fish tacos. Hi. Like, this book is so awesome. I cannot wait to make some of these. And what I thought was interesting at the very front, it actually has some really great directions. So if you're not a chef, because, you know, who among us is, right? There's some tips and tricks here at the very front of this book. Hold on one second while I find it. So there is a whole section here on pantry prep, on appropriate tools to use while you're, you know, doing all this stuff. Pardon me. You know, the types of knives and how to cut things, what it says when it says to put things into matchsticks or julienne, it tells you how to do that. And it also tells you how to do things like save your lettuce. So you know you make a salad, right? And you're supposed to, nobody uses the entire head of lettuce unless it's like, you know, February and it's not in season. But yeah, how to save your lettuce. Tells you things like the meat guide, right? What type of doneness it should look like when you're done. There's a whole section here on cheese for all the different cheeses. Like, it's just amazing. There's vegetable roasting guidelines, all about the different kinds of onions. There's a whole page here on how long do things last in your pantry and your fridge. It's a great book. It would make a fantastic gift. Christmas is coming, y'all. So if you're interested in the book and you want to see, you know, where I shop and where I get all this cool stuff from, let me know and I will hook you up with the, you know, free shopping link. I'm not looking to create a team here. I'm not looking to create a whole bunch of customers. I'm just willing to show you where I shop and what I've swapped out. And there's a lot of things that I've swapped out. Deodorant, collagen boost, coffee, snack bars, mascara. Like, this could not be a more diversified box if I tried. You know, some some supplements for my knees, some supplements for my hair, my skin, my nails, all that kind of stuff is all swappable on top of your laundry, all your laundry stuff, all your cleaning products. There's a whole line of makeup, skincare, blah, 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 that I only have bits and pieces, so I don't talk about it a lot. There is all kinds of stuff. There is, like, you know, we make, or sorry, I shouldn't say we. I have nothing to do with it. I just happen to buy them. They make a bar that actually helps your performance. If you are an athlete, it actually helps your performance get better. Yeah, like, it's not just a protein bar. It actually helps your performance get better. So, yeah. Anyway, that's the stuff I bought this week. Hope you all enjoyed the haul. It was pretty cool. I cannot wait to try most of those recipes. I will try once in a while to post a video about making some of the recipes in there because I think they're pretty awesome. And otherwise, good to see you all. Until next time.